Hello students, welcome to the fourth session of the online classes of Don Bosco PU College. Today we shall discuss about the third class of drugs, that is neurologically active drugs. Neurologically active drugs. If there is a malfunction of the nervous system, that is, if there is no proper function of the nervous system, then that problem is treated by the drugs known as neurologically active drugs. What is the therapeutic activity of neurologically active drugs? These interfere with the message transfer mechanism between the nerve and the receptor. That is, it involved in a message transfer between a nerve and the receptor. These neurologically active drugs are divided into two categories depending on their action. The first one is tranquilizers. And the second one is analgesics. Let us know about the function of tranquilizers and analgesics one by one. First we shall know about tranquilizers. Tranquilizers are the class of drugs which are used in the treatment of stress. Tranquilizers are the class of drugs which are used in the treatment of stress. That is, if a person is suffering from stress, then that person is prescribed for tranquilizers drug. Sometimes these tranquilizers also treat mild or severe mental diseases. What are tranquilizers? Tranquilizers are the class of drugs which are used in the treatment of stress. Used in the treatment of stress. Sometimes they are also used to treat mild or severe mental diseases. Mild or severe mental diseases. In market, variety of tranquilizers are available. Do they all perform same functions? No. Different tranquilizers perform different functions. Before knowing about the activity or the action of tranquilizers, we should know about noradrenaline. Noradrenaline. What are this noradrenaline? Noradrenaline are a naturally occurring hormone in our body which helps in neurotransmission. That is, it helps in a transfer of message throughout the nervous system. If there is a low level of noradrenaline in our body, what happens? If there is a low level of noradrenaline in our body, then there is a low level of message transmission through the nervous system. If the noradrenaline content or the noradrenaline hormone is low in our body, then low level of message transfers from one nerve to the other nerve, due to which a person suffers from depression. Low level leads to depression. If the level of noradrenaline hormone is low, then the message transfer through the nervous system very slowly. It do not transfer a message from one nerve to the other nerve quickly. Slowly it transfers means whenever a message comes inside our body, it transfer from one nerve to the other nerve after a few minutes or after a few seconds. Then that person couldn't able to take that message very quickly, and that leads to depression. Understood? Okay. What is the function of noradrenaline? Noradrenaline is a naturally occurring hormone which helps in neurotransmission. If there is a low level of noradrenaline in our body, means what happens? Then it leads to low level of message transmission. What is the effect of this? It affects in a depression. Drugs which are used for depression are known as, what is the name of the drug used to treat depression? The name of the drugs are antidepressants. Depression is treated by using the drug antidepressant. What is the function of this antidepressant? They inhibit the action of the enzyme which hinder or which are responsible for the degradation of noradrenaline. Some enzymes which will hinder or slow down the mechanism of noradrenaline in our body, and those enzymes are inhibited or those enzymes are degraded using a drug antidepressant. That is, the action which are responsible for the slowdown of noradrenaline in our body, those actions are treated using a drug known as antidepressant. When a person is treated by these antidepressants, then the nature of noradrenaline slowly metabolizes and lives for a long time in our body so that he can recover from that problem. Let me explain once again. A person who is having a low level of noradrenaline hormone in his body, then there is low transmission of message, and that leads to the depression. The drugs which are used for depression known as antidepressant. What is the function of antidepressant? Some enzymes which hinder the action of noradrenaline hormone in our body, and those actions are hindered or slowed down by using the drug antidepressant. After taking this drug antidepressant, then the nature of noradrenaline slowly metabolizes and it lives for a long time. After taking this drug antidepressant, then the nature of noradrenaline slowly metabolizes and it lives for a. Examples for antidepressant are iproniazid, and phenelzine. These are the antidepressant drug which relieve from depression. Okay, and the mild tranquilizer chlorodiaz epoxide. chlorodiaz epoxide and meprobamate. These are mild tranquilizers which are used to relieve tension. Chlorodiaz epoxide and meprobamate, these are the mild tranquilizers which are used to treat tension. And one frequently used tranquilizer, that is most commonly the drug like Equal. Another class of drugs known as barbiturates. These are the derivatives of barbiturate acid. What is the action of barbiturates drugs in our body? These are known as hypnotic drugs. Hypnotic means sleep inducing drugs. Some patients require enough amount of sleep in order to recover from the problem. Then these drugs are prescribed to those patients. These are hypnotic drugs. Hypnotic means sleep inducing. Sleep inducing drugs. And few examples of these barbiturates are Vernol, Nembutal, Seconal, right here, Seconal, Luminol, few more. These are the few drugs which are used as a barbiturate in order to get a patient enough amount of sleep to recover from the problem. The examples like Vernol, Nembutal, Seconal and Luminol. I will recall this. What are neurologically active drugs? Neurologically active drugs are if there is a malfunction of the nervous system, that is, if the nervous system is not working properly, then those problems are treated by the drugs known as neurologically active drugs. These are concerned for nervous system. And what is the therapeutic activity of neurologically active drugs? These drugs interfere in a message transfer mechanism between a nerve and the receptor. These neurologically active drugs are classified into two categories depending on action. One is tranquilizers and the other is analgesics. Let me know about the tranquilizers. What are tranquilizers? These are the class of drugs which are used to relieve a stress and also used in the mild or severe mental diseases. Different tranquilizers perform different functions. To know about the activity of tranquilizers, we should know about noradrenaline. These are the naturally occurring hormone. Which are the naturally occurring hormone? Noradrenaline. And these are responsible for neurotransmission, that is transmission of message through the nervous system. If there is low level of noradrenaline in our body, then it leads to low level of message transmission, and due to this a person suffers from depression. Low level of or slow transferring of message to the nervous system leads to the depression, and the drug which are used to treat depression are known as antidepressant. Antidepressant. So, which are the examples of antidepressant? Iproniazid and phenelzine. What is the function of this antidepressant? This inhibit the action of the enzyme which are responsible for the degradation of noradrenaline. That is, the reactions which hinder the action of noradrenaline in our body, those reactions are degraded using a drug known as antidepressant. Examples are iproniazid and phenelzine. Some mild tranquilizers are present and those are chlorodiazepine epoxide and meprobamate. These drugs are used to treat tension. If a person is suffering from severe tension, he gets tensed for each and everything and he gets tensed for a minute problems. Then to those person, this chlorodiazepine epoxide and meprobamate drugs are prescribed. Some frequently used tranquilizers, frequently prescribed tranquilizers that are Equanime, which relieve hypertension and depression. Next, other class of drugs are present, that is barbiturates. These are the derivatives of barbiturate acid, and these barbiturates also known as hypnotic drugs. Hypnotic means sleep inducing drugs. Why these barbiturates are prescribed? Because some patients require enough amount of sleep in order to recover from the problem. By that time, these barbiturates are prescribed to that person. And the example of barbiturates are Vernon, Nembutal, Lumenol, Seconal. And now we shall discuss about the second category of neurologically active drugs, that is analgesics. As we have discussed in our previous class, that is, what are analgesics? Analgesics are the drugs which act as painkillers in our body. These are painkillers. Let us discuss about these painkillers in detail by taking two examples. Those are paracetamol and aspirin. These two drugs act both as analgesics and antipyretics. Analgesics means painkillers. Analgesics. Painkillers and antipyretics. Antipyretics means the drugs which reduce body temperature. These are the two properties of paracetamol and aspirin. As we know, aspirin is also used in relieving a pain from our body. And paracetamol also relieve the pain of our body. How does aspirin relieve a pain? It inhibits the synthesis of prostaglandin content in our body. By hindering the synthesis of prostaglandin content, it can relieve inflammation of tissues or pain. Let us discuss in detail aspirin, paracetamol. I discussed in our first class, that is, and there is a content like pyrogen, it is a biomolecule in our body. That is a kind of protein which release a prostaglandin E2 content, and that prostaglandin E2 content triggers the hypothalamus. If the hypothalamus is triggered by the prostaglandin E2 content, then this hypothalamus transfer a message in the form of heat to our whole body, and this heat is nothing but fever. If a prostaglandin triggers hypothalamus, then heat is transferred toward the body. By that time, paracetamol drug is used to reduce body temperature. In the same way, prostaglandin synthesis and inflammation of tissues or pain. Inflammation of tissues means some breakage of tissues. This prostaglandin content also break the tissues and leads to pain in that part. By that time, aspirin drug is used to relieve a pain. So, if a prostaglandin triggers hypothalamus, then paracetamol drugs are used to reduce body temperature. If a prostaglandin synthesizes or treats or inflammation to the tissues, that is break the tissues and leads to pain, by that time aspirin drugs are used. This is how both paracetamol and aspirin acts as analgesics as well as antipyretics. What is the function of aspirin? It helps in controlling synthesis of prostaglandin. Prostaglandin is a content which is synthesized by a biomolecule pyrogen, and it also helps to prevent platelet coagulation. Prevent platelet coagulation. What is this platelet coagulation? If there is a damage of any blood vessels, then those cells present on the blood vessels will transform a message to the platelets. Then these platelets rush to that part where there is a damage of blood cells and prevent the flow of blood, that is, it coagulate the blood. Coagulate, that is, plug the blood, is nothing but clotting of blood. Platelets helps in clotting of blood. So this aspirin used in a clotting of blood. If there is no clotting of blood, then that problem is treated by using aspirin. That is, it prevents platelet coagulation. This is about analgesics, and it comes under this analgesics non-narcotic drug, that is non-addictive. Analgesics are the painkillers, and these analgesics are classified into two types: non-narcotic drugs and narcotic drugs. Non-narcotic drug is nothing but non-addictive drug. A person is not addicted to that drug, means those drugs are called as non-narcotic drugs. Under this, I took an examples of paracetamol and aspirin. Both acts as analgesics and antipyretics. Analgesics which relieve pain, that is painkillers. Antiseptics or which reduce body temperature. How this aspirin acts both as analgesics and antipyretics. Aspirin is used which hinder the synthesis of prostaglandin, which causes inflammation to the tissues and cause pain. This is how it acts as a analgesic. And if the prostaglandin trigger the hypothalamus, it transfer heat to our body. And by that time also this aspirin drug is used as a antipyretics. Paracetamol also perform a same function as aspirin. And aspirin helps in controlling the synthesis of prostaglandin. It controls the increase of prostaglandin content in our body. It also prevents platelet coagulation. It also prevents the blood flowing capacity or blood flowing problem, that is platelet coagulation. This is about non-narcotic drug, that is non-addictive drug. We shall discuss about narcotic drugs, that is addictive drugs. If a person is prescribed or taken a drug according to the doctor's prescription, then these narcotic drugs also relieve pain and produce sleep in order to recover from the problem. But if these drugs are taken in larger extent than the prescribed form, then the person suffers from stupor, convulsions, paralysis, and in extreme case it leads to coma or death. What is the stupor? Stupor means a person is awake. He is awakened, but he is not aware of surroundings. But he do not get to know what is going on in his surroundings. And that problem is known as stupor. A person is awake, but he is not aware of surroundings. If a drug like morphine is taken according to the prescribed form, then it relieves pain and produce sleep in order to recover from that problem. But if in case this morphine is taken in a larger extent, then a person suffers from stupor, larger extent. When a person suffers from stupor is nothing but a person is awake but he is not aware of surroundings. Convulsions, paralysis, the whole part of some organ becomes unworking. It do not work. A whole organ do not work, and that leads to paralysis. And in extreme cases, it leads to coma or death. These narcotic drugs also known as opiates. What are these narcotic drugs also known as? Opiates, because these narcotic drugs like opiates are obtained from opium poppy seeds. Opium poppy seeds ಇಂದ ಈ ನಾರ್ಕೋಟಿಕ್ ಡ್ರಗ್ಸ್ ನ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ opiates ಅಂತಾನೂ ಸಹ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Opiates. These narcotic drugs also have some good performance or good actions on a body. How? These narcotic drugs also used to relieve pain in terminal cancer. That is, if a person is suffering from severe pain after a cancer, then these drugs are prescribed. Also, these drugs are prescribed for post-operative cases. After the operations, a person suffers from the pain, and those pains are inhibited or slowed down by prescription of narcotic drugs. And the examples like morphine, heroin, and codeine. Other examples like heroin and codeine. This is about the analgesics. Analgesics are the painkillers. These are further classified into non-narcotic drugs and narcotic drugs. Narcotic drugs are addictive drugs. Non-narcotic drugs are non-addictive drugs. Non-addictive drugs which do not cause any adverse effects like paracetamol and aspirin. Both acts as an analgesics and antipyretics. That is, both relieve pain and also reduce body temperature. How? By hindering the synthesis of prostaglandin in our body, which causes inflammation of tissues and also helps in platelet coagulation prevention. It prevents anti-blood clotting. That is, if there is no clotting of blood after some injury, then aspirin drugs are prescribed in order to clot the blood in that part. And the second is narcotic drugs. Narcotic drugs are addictive drugs. What does this do? If a drug is taken according to the prescribed form, it relieves pain or produce sleep in order to recover from that problem. Example is morphine. If a person take a morphine drug according to doctor prescription, it relieves pain and also it produces sleep in order to get rid from that problem. Like if you get a fever, then you just get prescribed by some antipyretics. After taking antipyretics, you have to take some rest. Why? Because those drugs produces sleep. If a person get an enough amount of rest, then he can recover from fever. In the same way, morphine also produces sleep, so that it works when a person is sleeping. If this morphine is taken in extent than the prescribed form, then it leads to stupor, convulsions, paralysis, and in extreme cases, it leads to coma or ultimately death. These narcotic drugs are also known as opiates. Why these narcotic drugs are called as opiates? Because opiates are obtained from opium poppy seeds. Opium poppy seeds. So, the examples for narcotic drugs are heroin and codeine. These narcotic drugs are also useful in prescribed form, like it used to relieve a pain in terminal cancer, and also it relieves a pain after post-operative cases. After the operation for a person, these narcotic drugs are prescribed to that person. This is about today's class, that is neurologically active drugs. Under that, two further classes are there. Those are tranquilizers and analgesics. Tranquilizers which are used to treat the problems of malfunctioning of the drugs, and analgesics are the drugs which are used for